3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. My name is Leovold. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Yesterday, I went into the Discord of Mastering Runeterra and asked if people would want to see a potential Gauntlet lineup video. And playing through the Gauntlet this week to see how the lineup does, go through like a deck tech of each one, potentially go with like potential deck choices. Then after the gauntlet is said and done, we go over what we liked, what we didn't like, things that we probably needed to change. And it seemed to be taken pretty well. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to showcase all the games as well. So this video is probably going to be a little bit long. I'll make sure to put timestamps in so you guys can jump around to the parts that you want to see and what you don't want to see. So, what am I bringing today? Today, I think we're going to bring some of my favorite decks. Obviously, we're going to be bringing the Draven Sion from the last video because I like it a lot. Also going to be looking to bring the Ez Vi Shellfolk list, as I do have a lot of fun with it. I think it's pretty good in tournament right now. I'm also going to be bringing Anivia. With these three decks, potential matchups. These three line up very well into P&Z Noxus piles such as Draven Sion itself, along with Draven Caitlyn Tribeams, Draven Ezreal Tribeams, Draven Jinx Discard Aggro, Draven. Did I mention Draven? Most of these decks have Draven, but a lot of the P&Z Noxus piles are going to struggle with managing resources against these decks, as Value City Furniture is going to outvalue them. Who would have guessed? Draven Sion and Anivia have repetitive bodies getting put onto the board, so their P&Z based removal will usually make them take 2 or 3 cards to remove one, if they can, besides like maybe Thermo. And then like we still have a lot more coming at them, so we take that to account. Excuse me. And it's very early in the morning to make sure I get it done. But yeah, it has very good matchups into P&Z Noxus. I believe it has good matchups into Poppy Rally decks, potentially. Maybe not Value City Furniture as much, but these two have very good matchups into Poppy Rally and other like Poppy piles. Poppy like go wide on the board piles, because we have a lot of AoE for the Zombie Omelet, for the Anivia. And Draven Sion has a lot of repetitive, like, jargon units to just throw in front of them constantly. So that feels pretty good there. Other potential good matchups. I think we do pretty well into Darkness Control as well. I want to say we do pretty well into Darkness, or we do pretty good into Darkness. Could be incorrect there, but I do believe that that's a good set of matchups for this particular lineup, and usually if we're going to go to the late game, we're going to be pretty set amongst a lot of things like the Poppy Ziggs Burn, Ping City. If we get stabilized, we could easily get there. Some things that I'm going to be kind of scared of. Since we are bringing Anivia struggles very hard in a tree, as there's not very good landmark removal in SI for early root control right now. Because we're bringing Value City Furniture over here, we might have some issues with Sivir, potentially, as we not going to be able to have the best time removing Sivir and getting rid of some of these other units, some of the bigger units that the deck provides, as we have a lot of Mystic Shots and some Fumes that do like 2 or 3 damage apiece. We have Pokey Sticks to maybe remove the spell shields, but other than that, we could have some issues with dealing with them. So those are things we're going to be looking to avoid. So on that note, with the things that we're going to be looking to avoid, I'm going to be taking these decks into the collection and editing them here in a minute and try to tech them against those matchups. See you in a second. Right. Welcome back to the deck techs. Here we're going to be talking about Anivia. This is one of the lists that I didn't really want to change too much, particularly because there's just not many things that I think really put it in a tough spot besides maybe Bandle Tree, and it's likely that if we see it, we're probably just going to need to ban it, or we'll just probably end up having to 2-0 it with another deck, or let it go through. It's really not that big of a deal. There's just not many options for teching it towards the Bandle Tree matchup. Another thing that I forgot to mention, Nami Zoe. Nami Zoe is probably going to be a little bit of an issue, as it just kind of has that potential to high roll you a lot of the time. So we're going to have to look into that as well. So that is probably going to end up being our ban, more than likely. So we're going to go from there. But just in case we can't ban it for whatever reason, or we need to ban something that's particularly worse, so we're just going to try and get it. I did put in a couple of check cards for that matchup. So here it's mostly cut and dry. We're running the Aberration Sentries, the Entreats, a couple of Glimpses, Vile Feasts, all the good control stuff. One copy of Gluttony to get the Rekindlers out, to, continue vomiting out the Anivia eggs. One copy of Box to get rid of a lot of the really big turns that the Bandle City kind of go wide strategies tend to do, and then play like a mare or two, then they play like 3 or 4 units, and then we just cast 4 mana, then blow them all up, which is really nice. So that's why that's in here. We have Kindly Tavern Keepers to heal, Avalanches and Bladed Ravines for AoE, Flash Freezes, Vile Feasts, 3 copies of Rekindler, 2 Vengeances, 2 Harrowing, 2 Ruination. We're running 2 of each of these to make sure that we don't 100% lose them all to Aloof Travelers. And if we wanted to lose any of them, I'm more comfortable losing Ruination, because we do have a lot more AoE. We're also running 2 Withering Wails. There's a lot of X ones in the meta currently, specifically with this Fizz list going around. The Fizzly Sin has a lot of X1 elusives like Kelp Maidens, Green Glade Duo, Fizz, other things like that. So we're going to put in 2 copies of Whale for that. And the main tech that we're actually running is 2 copies of Despair. This is mostly for Nami Zoe, actually. This is mostly to just 100%, you see Nami on site, you cast Despair, and they're just gone. They can't do anything about it. They're not really running Bastion, so there's not much that they can really do to answer the fact that, I'll just take 3 and your Nami is now gone. It's just gone. So get your value right now. That usually helps. And if they can't buff up the Sparkleflies too high, or they can't buff up a Sparklefly up above like 2 or 3 health, we can usually deal with it. So usually that's what I end up doing. We might actually have to use these on bigger Sparkleflies, but we also have a lot of freezes with the 2 Flash Freeze and 3 Ice Veil Archers, so we don't take damage when we can freeze them first and then go in for the Despair. Alright, welcome to deck tech number 2 with Draven Sion. Here it's going to be fairly similar to my last video. It's not going to be super different or anything. I just changed out the Arachnoid Sentry combo for the majority of that. For 3 copies of Mystic Shot, 1 copy of Scorched Earth, and 2 copies of Aloof Travelers. Now the reason I'm putting in Aloof Travelers is mostly because of Feel the Rush type decks. It could help out with those kinds of things, along with the Lee Sin Fizz list that's going around, and honestly, it's just pretty good cycle. It's a nice 4-drop. It's nice to get, like, potentially some hand interaction for the opponent, along with just drawing an extra card. I think it's okay. It's probably not the best, but I feel like we're going to try it today. Anyway, it's not going to help us too much in the Draven Sion mirror, but all of the other matchups that we have for the Draven Sion are pretty good, because in the Valley City Furniture, we're running 2 copies of Minimorph. So I think that this is probably okay. I kind of just want to test this out. We're also going up the 1 copy of Scorched Earth specifically for Bandle Tree type matchups, maybe Hexcore Foundry type matchups, and things of that nature, or potentially just pick off a really big unit somewhere. And we're going up the 3 Mystic Shots just for a little bit of extra reach, a little bit more interaction for the go wide sort of strategies, as it's just very efficient removal. We're going to see how it does. I'm not super sold on it. I think I might like the Arachnoid Flock combo a little bit better, but I think we're going to give it a try today, and we're going to see how it does. Alright, welcome back to the Value City Furniture deck tech. It's, again, pretty similar from my last video. This list is actually really tight, honestly, from the looks of it. Like, it's really hard to actually, like, trim some things out, because a lot of the things you just really want to get a lot of value out of your Shellfolk. So many things are going to be pretty much the same. We're running 3 Shellfolks, 2 Vies instead of the 3 for my video, and we're going up to 2 copies of Aloof Travelers in here as a little bit more hand interaction for the mirror, as this could potentially snipe out the Shellfolks in the opponent's hand. So that's kind of what I'm looking for with this sort of tech choice. We're going to see how it does. I kind of like it. There's really not too much changed here, unfortunately. But we're going to see how it does in the Gauntlet right now. And deep, feel the rush, Draven Sion. So this is 100% not going to be our ban. We're going to keep this up. This is totally fine. Deep, I think we're going to have issues with. But I also don't like the Trundle Aesol. I'm guessing that's Targon's Peak on the other side from the opponent? I do think we're going to have troubles with Deep. Are we going to have trouble with Deep? Yeah, we might have too many troubles with Deep. We're going to go ahead and ban Deep, I think. And just, try to high roll here. They banned Draven Sion, so now we have Anivia versus Targon's Peak and whatever this is. We're going to go ahead and start off with the Ez Vi Shellfolk. Okay, so this is not the matchup we want, unfortunately. We were hoping to get potentially Targon's Peak first, but this should still be fine. Okay, so definitely want to keep Sump Fumes. I'm not sure if we want to keep Vi in the opener. We're going to keep one Conch and one Sump Fumes, so that way Conchologist into Sump Fumes kills Draven. We have Otterpuss, that's nice. So we might actually be playing Conchologist on 2 now, because we have the Otterpuss. As a free card generation. We're gonna go ahead and take Entrapment, I think. Because none of the other options are very good. And this potentially is some burn damage. Okay, Fallen Rider, it's fine. We might not actually be hitting a Draven. There might not be. Nope, there's a Draven. I'm gonna go and play Otterpuss. We go ahead, Sump Fumes. We might see a Survival Skills? No. Okay. Alright, seems good. Do we want to fire off the Aloof Travelers yet? I don't think we do. We're going to go ahead and start off with just an open attack with this to try and get a better trade here. They took the trade, which is nice for me. We could see... Actually, they can't axe anything now. We're going to just Pokey Stick. I don't really want to commit the Aloof Travelers not seeing a Lost Soul being discarded yet. Usually you want to be playing Aloof Travelers in this matchup after the potential Lost Soul, or at least until as long as possible, so you can try and snipe Sion for the 7 turn 7 swing is what I'm trying to get at here. We're gonna go ahead and just Mystic Shot here. It's a very efficient removal. Get rid of the only thing that's really threatening. We take no damage. I'm honestly okay with just taking a pass here. I'll just straight take a pass here. Okay, so we're gonna lose the mini morph. We'll go ahead and play an Aloof Travelers ourselves. Ah, sad. That's real sad. Okay. We might be in a little bit of trouble, as we did lose the mini morph to the entrapment. So that might be problematic for us, but it's not that big of a deal. Oh, cool. Shellfolk right off the top. Awesome. Alright, we're going to be popping off here. We're going to go ahead and take the Otterpuss. Get a free Otterpuss. I will take this Arachnoid Sentry, thank you. Perfect. We're also going to go ahead and just second prank. I will take Get Excited. Eight cards in hand feels pretty good. Starting to get our value train rolling. This is good. This is good. Sion? If they play Sion, we have the aloof set. We have the Arachnoid Sentry from them. Okay, so we lose a Station Archivist. That's fine. How many cards are in our hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 cards in hand. So we can play this. So there's no Scion, which is nice. I think we're going to go ahead and take the Trickster here. They know I have a Get Excited, so I could probably just go ahead and play that. I will take that trade with the Otterpuss, block, keep our life total nice and healthy. And I'll probably keep the Curious Shellfolk alive with this Get Excited here. It's very likely we keep the Shellfolk alive with the Get Excited here. Okay. This would suck if we hit survival skills here, but it's not the end of the world. I'm okay with just taking 3 for the Ephemeral. I don't want to waste resources on it. I just want to keep the Shellfolk healthy for now. I also want to try to push the Ezreal level up, which is a big deal. Okay. So that's fine. We're going to play the Otterpuss out. It's free. See what else they do. Fallen Rider, 5 mana Get Excited. They have a Sentry. Some Dredger. Discard the Lost Soul. Sure. We'll play Trickster. A Trinket Trade. Otterpuss. Play the free one. Take a Mystic Shot. We're just going to go for an open attack here. Push 3 damage, thin out the board a little. That's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cards in hand. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and play this Octopus real quick. Get a bunch of chump blockers in the way. That's a Draven. I'm gonna take this prank. Hit this Mystic Shot. Go ahead and Mystic Shot the 4-2. Constantly need to be counting your cards in hand to make sure you get the most amount of value out of this that you can. Yeah, let's go ahead and play the Conchologist. Jerry Rig's not great. Peacemaker's not amazing, but I'm not terribly against it either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and prank them one more time. Make the Oro Cannon cost more? I could take a 3 mana Mystic. I'll take a 3 mana Mystic. More removal. I know a majority of their hand. This could be a Scion, but if they have Scion, we have Sentry as backup, so we're totally fine. We are very, very much fine. Goes after the Shellfolk. Chump, chump. Go ahead and Peacemaker here. Keep our 2/2 alive. We'll let the Shellfolk go. Shellfolk has let a lot of things happen so far, so I'm kind of okay with this Shellfolk going down for now. Ezreal's now leveled, which is nice. Okay, so we're gonna go and play Trickster. Six mana Mystic Shot, sure. We'll go on Time Trick. See what we hit. We're gonna take the Ezreal. And yeah, that's fine. We're gonna pass. They probably want to do something here with 6 mana left. I'm trying to see if I could get them to waste time with removal. Yeah, that's fine. That was a regular get excited I didn't see, right? I could see most of their hand, which is honestly kind of funny. I'll go and play the Ezreal now. Fallen Rider, fine. They're gonna let me get in with the Ezreal. Alright. I think we're pretty much in the clear here. Is this gonna be double bird spell on the Ezreal? It might be double bird spell on the Ezreal. Wow. Their whole turn just to shoot Ezreal one time. And a 9. Go ahead and cast this. Put them to 8. We have another Ezreal in hand. And they basically just used their entire turn just to kill one Ezreal. I just play another one. They should be dead next turn. I have 6 points of burn in hand. And we drew the mini more for the Scion. This should just be game. I don't see that they have any way of getting out of this. I'm gonna try and find one more burn spell if at all possible. I'll take the Trinket trade though. Okay, that's game 1. Felt pretty good. Felt pretty good. Looks like I'll need to turn down the volume a little bit. Okay. Alright. Game 1. Game 1 down. Let's go ahead and run this into Anivia and see how it goes. Alright. Anivia versus Draven Sion. This should be a very good matchup for me. Well, should be a good matchup for me. I have freezes, I have ways to deal with the Scion outside of just killing him, so I can just let him stick if I really wanted to. Not gonna keep the Ruination here. I do think we keep the rest. Iceville Archer's very nice early. Despair as well. So this is just kill target Draven or kill target big thing, potentially. Having a Harrowing in our hand is not great, but it is protection for Anivia. Wait for the attack. Then we go for this Vile Feast. Very efficient removal. Gets us a chump blocker. We don't heal anything, but that's totally fine. It effectively saves us 3 HP. Hi, Lilo. My cat's saying hi. Say hi to my cat, Lilo, in the comments. Just get him with the open attack. The Anivia Pass special. Rummage into Fearsome Rider? Okay. That's fine. I'm kind of okay with taking 4, so I don't really want to play this Iceveil Archer just yet. We can just pass. I'm not going to use the Despair either. If they don't open, we could then freeze the Iceveil. We could then go here. Okay. That's a bit Monka-ez. Sure, we go ahead and take some damage. It's fine. It's okay. We took some damage, it's fine. Yeah, we're just gonna pass. We don't really have to do much. Okay. We'll go ahead and just cash in the Ravine now. Go ahead and glimpse the spider so we get some value out of it. Go ahead and get rid of the 4-2, get rid of the 0-1. Draw another Ravine, draw a Vengeance. Seems good. I like healing for 2. Just gonna get this thing out of the way since we have a lot of AoE right now, so we're gonna just pass. See what they do. Okay. I'm kind of not worried about this, to be perfectly honest. I could play another Ravine, which cleans up these two and leads into a nice Anivia turn next turn. If they take this pass and I don't draw any other interaction, we could be in trouble. We're just gonna go and play another Ravine. I just wanted a little bit more value out of the second one than just 1 unit. We do heal another 2. They're at 15. This is nice. So they're probably going to want to develop into this attack, and we can set up a box, potentially. I do like setting up the box. I'll just play Tavern Keeper. Yeah, okay. Not going to really set up a box for this turn. If they're not going to play very much, I'll just, just throw that there. We'll play an Anivia. So yeah, I really don't care about this Sion because I have a Vengeance in my back pocket. I also have Despair with the Iceveil Archer. I also have Entreat into potentially finding some other stuff. I could attempt to attack here, but I don't think we're going to. It's just 1 point of damage face, and my Anivia dies, and it sets up potentially like a get excited to kill my egg, which is not great. But I mean, if he doesn't open, I could just Iceveil Archer the Scion and sit for a while. Okay, discards a Sentry. Don't know why they did that. We're just gonna go ahead and play this Iceveil Archer now. Because I don't really have to do much. Sure. Now we can Despair the Scion and deny the rally. Which, sure, that puts 10 more damage on there, but we have a lot of healing. I could just box, block, take 6. Do we block? I could just take 10. Could just take 10. I thought we had 1 more mana. I miscounted my mana, so we could have Vile Feasted this token. Just box, take 6. Fizzle the rally, hold the Vengeance for another one later. Go to 14. We have an Anivia die, so our Harrowing is now live to something. Sure, that's fine. We have Entreat for another Anivia next turn. We need it. But one Scion dealt with, which is pretty fine for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. See what they want to do. Sure. We lose our Harrowing. We're not going to attack with this Anivia again because we don't want to set up a potential Mystic Shot since he showed us one already. So we're just going to go ahead and take this pass. Get the Anivia flip. Whale's a nice draw. We have a lot of healing. We've got a lot of answers to potential Scions. Fallen Rider. That's fine. Don't really care. This open's not scary. There's a Risen Rider. We have Fearsome blockers, so I'm still, again, not very worried. We could just get this Vile Feast out of the way now. Get rid of the Elusive, set up a nice 1-1 into this 2-1, the 3-1 into a 4-2. Go ahead and just kill the Scion, deny the rally. We go to 5, which is not great, but we do have a lot of healing in our hand. Two Scions dealt with. Go ahead and take out his only unit. They can Phantom block here if they wanted to. They're gonna... Okay. Sure. Interesting tech. Yeah, we go ahead and put them to 13. We are at 5, which is scary, but it's not the end of the world. We've already seen one Mystic Shot. They could have double Get Excited, but we just wail in response. Get Excited to my head. Okay. I'm kind of happy to see that, honestly, to see Get Excited go to the egg instead of my face. That may have been a potential misplay from the opponent's part. We're going to play it. I mean, Ferocious Sentry is just a chump blocker. Yeah, that's fine. Don't really care about Draven. Go ahead and just get another chump blocker out here. Heal for 1. They're about out of cards. We don't have an Anivia. We lost one of our Harrowings, but any really big draw is going to be nice. Okay. This is fine. Really not super worried about this. This could just be Avalanche. We're going to wait, though. This could just be Avalanche Royal. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and Avalanche Whale. Draw another card. Looks like they don't have third Scion. They get to potentially push for lethal. We get to Whale. Oh. Okay, they have a Reborn Grenadier. It's fine. So we effectively take 2? Actually, we take 0. Okay. Alright. We take 0. We go to 6. That's not a very nice draw. We're just gonna wait. It's unfortunate that we're not finding our Rekindlers or our Harrowing number 2 or anything like that right now, but it's not the end of the world either. It's likely we're just gonna Vengeance this Draven. Or they do that, which is also fine. This honestly is not a terrible Ruination. We'll just take it. They can't really develop anything this turn. I just want to stall. Take this pass. We're just waiting for Rekindler. Tavern Keep is not terrible. We'll just start here. And we'll just pass. Could just Avalanche here. I kind of like Ravine. We'll just Ravine. Heal for 2, effectively. Deal 2 to them. Get rid of this 3-1. Block the 4-1 with a 3-1. That's a Gluttony. That's not going to do anything right now, unfortunately. We're down to 13 cards. We have 3 Rekindlers in the deck. We've got 1 Harrowing left. I'm going to go ahead and hit up the Challenger unit with that. It's going to be a while. We're just waiting on one of our key draws is all we're really doing. Flock, sure. Yeah, we go ahead and take 5, I guess. Leaves us live to see Get Excited, but we've already seen one. There we go. They can't answer this unless they have double Get Excited, which they don't. So I can go ahead and just develop an additional 4/4 with another Anivia. That's fine. I just want the additional 4/4 mostly. Sure, we go ahead and get rid of that. If they have another way of dealing paying to my egg, then we get punished for that, but honestly, I kind of just like getting some damage in while I can. Alright, that's a Get Excited going to the egg again. Sure. So, as soon as we find Harrowing, we're basically set. Oh, cool. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Wow, they hit both Harrowings. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, that really sucks. Not gonna lie. But we do have another Rekindler. We could still win. They're almost out of cards. They have 1 Scion left. We do have another Anivia in the deck as well. Sure. Rummage into, I guess, another one of those. Sure. Okay, so we're basically safe to everything. So we go ahead and put them to 3. They threw a lot of burn at these Anivias already. They might have another Flock, and if they do, I just play another Anivia, I suppose. Sure, it's fine. I don't really have to do anything, again. Just don't really care. Yeah, I still don't care. Like, they could drag both of these out of the way. If they play Scion, we just freeze it. We could even go, like, Vengeance into freeze. Okay, they found their 3rd Lost Soul. We're again just gonna pass. No Sion, so I'm not worried. Don't want to go to 3. I do kind of want to keep Anivia alive. So we'll go ahead and just take 2, cash in the freeze. Take 2, go to 7, cash in the freeze, keep the Anivia on the docket. They reset all of these. And we get an attack with Anivia in. They go to 1. Okay, they're out of mana, so we can go ahead and cash in this Avalanche to clear up most of this board. Which also sets up to keep Anivia alive for next turn. They're also out of cards. So all I have to do is survive this turn and I win. Which they can't deal 7 since they've already thrown so much burn at other things. Put you to 1. So this should just be game. Even if they have Scion and a way to kill it, we just have Flash Freeze. Sure. You go ahead and deck yourself, and that's the game. Alright. So that felt pretty good. We won with Anivia with Aloof hitting both Harrowings. Alright, GG. 2-0 the first game. 2-0 the first round. Feels good. Alright, round number 2. We have Darkness Control, Draven Sion, and Plunder with Twisted Fate. I think the main thing we're scared of is going to be Plunder here. I think we can outgrind the Darkness as long as we just kill Vhagar. They don't really have a way of killing us, so we're going to go ahead and just ban Plunder. They banned Anivia, so we have a Draven Sion Mirror and Ez Vi Shellfolk. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Shellfolk. Also, Shellfolk with all of the pranks goes very well into the Darkness deck, so I do like this setup right now. Alright, so seen this matchup already. I don't know if we want to keep Aftershock here. We could keep Aftershock specifically for Draven, but I don't think that's worth it. We're going to keep the Mystic Shot. We're going to go ahead and keep Conchologist. Just an early blocker. We're going to look for things like Shellfolk, and we didn't hit them, but we do have Pokey Sticks, which are nice, because there's a lot of X1s in this deck as well, like Zonite Urchin, potentially Draven's biggest fan. Alright. I'm down to just take this pass. Go and play Conchologist. We'll take the time trick. I'm expecting a Draven. Could be a Sump Dredger. I'm expecting something with 3 health, so we have a very clean Sump Themes target. Okay. Not what I was expecting. Continue. Yeah, we will go ahead and just Mystic Shot that. We'll just Mystic Shot it. We could see his survival skills potentially, but I'm not really worried about that, honestly. We're going to save this for next turn because I'm expecting a Draven. Oh. They're going to... okay. Thanks for showing me that turn cycle early. We're still going to save the Octopus for next turn. They're probably not going to open attack because this is just trading the 2-1 with the 2-2, and I'm totally okay with that. So that's pretty unlikely that they're going to do that. Let me make sure that this is still... yeah, okay, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and play the Octopus. Yeah? Yeah. Turns on the Sump Fumes. We probably just need to cash in the Sump Fumes on this 4-2 just to make sure we don't take much damage, which is unfortunate. I could have played Aloof Travelers here, potentially, as a blocker, but I don't want to discard their Lost Souls for them. So we're just gonna go ahead and cash in the Sump Fumes. We just go and pass. We don't really have to do anything. It's fine. We have Pokey Sticks for the elusives here. They decide to just burn a mana. I'm not sure why. But sure, that's fine. Go ahead and Time Trick. I don't really like any of these, but I think we'll go ahead and take the Sump Fumes. Do we take Sump Fumes or Pathways? We haven't seen Draven, so I'm kind of inclined to take Pathways to try to dig for Shellfolk. I'm also not too scared of Draven, honestly. We also want to try and hit the mini-morphs. Okay. They discard the other elusive. That explains why they didn't play it last turn. That kind of tells me they don't have a Lost Soul in hand. Oh, they do. That's sad. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and pass. I had to try, you know? We just had to try it. We didn't hit the Shellfolk yet. That's okay. Captain Farron. We're gonna take Captain Farron. That's a win condition. Sure. Keep our life total nice and high. We'll go ahead and just Pokey Stick the 4-1. Try to draw into Shellfolk. That's a Vi, which is not a Shellfolk, but that's totally fine too. Sure. Also fine. Don't really care. Okay. So this is a little unfortunate that we don't have the mini-morph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 cards in hand. This will take us up to 10. There's the Scion. We don't have the mini-morph. Unfortunate that we don't have it, but that's fine. We also can't station Archivist to try and look for it either. So this is a really unfortunate series of events, to be perfectly honest. We're gonna need to cycle or do something. Just look at their hand. Get excited. Get that out of here. Okay, so we're kind of seeing the downside of this deck right now is we're just not hitting the things that we need to hit. We didn't hit the Shellfolk. This is dead because we have a Lost Soul in their hand and we don't want to give that to them. I don't really want to throw Vi in front of this Scion right now. I feel like we might need to. We could have taken out the elusive there. There's the Shellfolk, a little late. Yeah, this is just kind of unfortunate. Trade here, block here. Look for mini-morph. Ah, we hit it. So Vi's gonna eat this flock, but that's fine. Keeping our life total nice and high is kind of how we win this game, I think. Sure. Fine. Okay, so this is all fine. This is all fine and dandy. Captain Farron might be the way that we push over damage over the top. Potentially. But right now, we're not super worried about it. We're looking to have a potentially really solid Shellfolk turn this turn. We're going to go ahead and just do that. If they hit second Scion, they hit second Scion. There's not much I can do about it. I could have maybe played aloof here, but I'm really convinced that they have another Lost Soul in hand. Sure, that's fine. Do they have double flock? Is that what this is? Could be double flock. Double flock Mystic Shot? Like flock Mystic Shot? Yeah, okay. That's unfortunate that that just kind of gets got there. We don't get much value, but that's fine-ish. We'll just go ahead and Pokey Stick the Elusive. Try to cycle. We have another Curious Shellfolk in hand, so I'm not super worried. And that's the majority of their turn. We can go and play this Otterpuss as a free blocker. Nah, we probably don't want to do that. We'll just pass. This is a pretty big attack, though. I'm kind of scared, not gonna lie. This attack is gonna be pretty massive. Okay, that Mystic Shot helps a lot, actually. Because we get to shoot the 3-2. They get that there. They drag both the blockers out of the way. We get hit for 5-9. We get hit for 9. Yeah. Maybe we should have taken a Thermo. We could have potentially saved another 2 damage here. 2 damage here. We do have Ezreal flipped now, which is nice. I think we're going to go ahead and start there. We're going to start with Aloof, actually. They hit the Get Excited. So they don't have a Lost Soul in hand. They didn't draw Scion. I'm scared to play Ezreal right now, but I feel like we might just need to. We need to win the game. We'll pass one more time, see what they do. They hit an Aloof Travelers, so we're going to lose our Shellfolk. No, we lose Farron. That's totally fine. Alright. So we're going to have Shellfolk with a flipped Ezreal next turn. We've seen 2 flocks. We are at 10, so I am kind of scared. But we did just get rid of one of their Get Exciteds. So. We also have Mini Morph for the next Scion, potentially. We're probably going to lead off with Archivist. They discard that and burn it. That's fine. I like Sump Fumes. They're cycling for some way to deal with the Ezreal, it seems. This could be double Mystic Shot. Mystic Shot, Get Excited. Wow. Go ahead and Sump Fumes the Draven. Play another blocker. See what they have in hand. I kind of like Rummage. I also like Sentry. We'll take Sentry. So now they get super punished if they develop. Like, if they develop Scion, we Sentry the 4-2, then we can Mini-Morph the Scion if they draw it. I'm expecting this to pull the Shellfolk, probably. Could also pull the 3-4. take nothing. It's either hands. Go ahead and make Rummage cost a lot. Take a 1-mana Rummage for ourselves. Play Conchologist, because I don't really want anything else in their hand. I'll take Get Excited. Go ahead and get rid of this 3/3. That's unfortunate that we lost a Mini-Morph there. We will go ahead and discard this Rummage. We don't really need it. Wow, whiff. I did not expect a whiff from the Station Archivist here. Sure. Go ahead and Time Trick, see what we hit. I don't like any of these. I guess we take Otterpuss. I mean, we just do this and it just like, they block here, they block here, they block here, they block here, they block here. So we don't even push any damage, so we might as well just not even bother. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but we have another one. Okay. They have a Farron too. That's cute. Yeah. That's really sad that they have a Farron here. We do have ways of dealing with it. So it's not that big of a deal. We're just gonna go ahead and pass. I took a lot of time this turn. So this is 8 points of burn, plus another 6 points of burn. That's 14, 15, 16. I almost have enough just to burn him out. Okay, we take Pokey Stick. We don't get to play fair in this turn, but I think this is still worth it. We can start picking apart his board. They are running low on units. We're just going to get in for a really big hit. We go to 6, sure. We don't have any healing, so there's not much we can do about that, unfortunately. Yeah, this is fine. We've got a lot of face damage with the Farron. But I mean, we've got double Get Excited. We've got another Pokey Stick. We've got this Aftershock now. We've got Farron into Decimate. And I mean, they're going to 8, which they're effectively at 2, which means they're effectively dead. Oh, I'm just dead to the Decimate, aren't I? That's really bad. We gotta draw Mystic Shot? Or get excited? I mean, if we played Farron, we'd still be in the same situation, unfortunately, so we just need to draw another burn spell. If they have second get excited, then we're just done. Okay. We could roll it. We could roll it from Trinket Trade. Alright, so we're gonna have to go for it. That doesn't do it. Yeah, that doesn't do it, unfortunately. Oh, 1 point of damage short. Okay, that was a very close game. 1 point of damage short. That was very close. That was very close. The Captain Farron tech from the opponent was really something. Maybe? I'm not sure. But I mean, this is going to be the harder matchup. So we're going to see how it goes. If it ends up going poorly, we could just keep going next round. Second. Going second sucks. I want to keep Mystic Shot for Catalyzer. Don't know if you want to keep Boom Baboon. We might just keep Boom Baboon and Swamp Dredger. Scorched Earth is not great here. This potentially hits many more if we're Stolly Sentinel. Play Boom Baboon. Maybe we get in for 3, maybe we don't. We might as well do this now. Try and incentivize a trade because that could just, you know, just shoot this for 2, and then we get no value, and then they get in for 2 and whatever. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that now. Zonite's not a terrible draw, but it's not the best draw either. I think it might actually be better than Sump Dredger right now because I get to hold up Mystic Shot. But this is also just more stats. I like stats. Stats are nice. We're very spell heavy right now. We're just gonna take 2 because we don't want to play into Vile Feast or Pokey Stick. I want to push in for 4 damage next turn. Or at least 4 damage. We'll just take 2 now. It's fine. We're going to play this, see what we hit. We hit Senna, which is not amazing. They can't really play Vagar here. They could maybe use Darkness on this, and then we get to push in less damage, but sure. They hit a survival skills. I think this is better. We play into Pokey Stick, but that's okay. They kind of pushed me to use the survival skills, unfortunately. Go hard. Okay, sure. I feel like losing that Shellfolk game is really going to cost us. Because we really wanted to just 2-0 the P&Z pile, and we didn't quite get there, which is really unfortunate. We're going to keep this for aloof protection, just in case we draw Scion, so we're probably just going to go Zonite into the Fearsome Rider and play the Fearsome Rider. Yeah. We are drawing a lot of spells for you in a heavy deck. We don't want the Catalyzer to get a strike, and I want to clear this board up. And then darkness on here to make this a 3/3, which is really unfortunate, but not much I could do. Well, I guess there is something I could have done. Just not block, but I don't want to take too much damage. Like, we could see the darkness on the 4/2 or the 4/1, but I kind of expected to go to the 4/1, so you can block here, but that's fine too. A ghost have a chance. And then I've got a 3/3, which is unfortunate. So we're not really pushing much damage right now, unfortunately, because we're just not hitting our Draven, we're not hitting our Sion. This is a really clunky draw, honestly. Okay, we hit the Sion, so we got that for the next attack token. And hopefully they don't have Mini-Morph by that point. Sure. They're probably just going to block. Block, Pokestick. I'm okay with this. I could have used this, but I'm kind of saving it for later. I think there's more impactful ways to use it. We're probably just slamming Sion here. Actually, Sion's not leveled. Sion's only going to go to 33, which might be an issue, but I can discard a unit to level him. They can't discard with 2 mana, though. What else could they do to Sion? I don't think they have a way to kill it besides Mini-Morph, so we're just going to go ahead and slam him. Bandletree? They're running Bandletree in their Darkness deck. Why? That is so strange. That is so strange to me. I'll take the 7 damage. I'm totally fine with that. Because we have 6 points of burn. And we have Scorched Earth for this tree, which was not expecting to use it here, but I am okay with that. Just go ahead and Scorched Earth the tree before they get something ridiculous. Sure, I went on the open. What are you gonna do? Sure. Don't really want to draw Draven, I just want a 2/1 in play. Sure. They need Mini-Morph right now? Okay. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. Not gonna lie. This way it actually doesn't heal, because survival skills prevents the damage. Pokey stick? Sure. I could just slam second Scion right now, but yeah, let's do it. Slam second Scion while it's open. There's no way of getting around mini morph, so. Okay, sure. This is fun. Pretty sure we got this one locked up unless they run 3x mini morph and hit all of them. I'm pretty sure there's not much they can do. I went on open. I'm okay with just passing. Stolly Sentinel. Sure. It's fine. Okay. So I expected that there. He needs second mini morph and he needs to block with Scion with his Senna in order to not die here. As a matter of fact, he still dies here unless he has mini morph. He needs second mini morph right now. Okay, no mini morph. Pretty sure that's game. They could have Withering Mist, maybe, but then I have Get Excited. Go hard. They're still dead. GG. Cool level up animation. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, this is going to be a long video. This is going to be a very long video. This might be a two-parter. But now I have 15 minutes to win with the Shellfolk list, which is going to be kind of a problem for me. We're going to go ahead and mulligan the Conchologist too. We're just going to keep a Mystic Shot. We got the Shellfolk, okay. No aloof, please. No aloof, please. Get that one damage in. Might as well. Get that pass going. Beat their clock, not my clock. Shoot this. Prevent the catalyzers from getting value. Play Conchologist. We don't have to play Conchologist here, but I think we're going to. We're going to take... this is honestly kind of hard. We could take counterfeit copies just to get a million Shellfolks. Or get a million Ezreals. Or we could just take Bouncing Bomb. It's like pings. We'll take more removal, I guess. Now we do technically miss 1 damage doing it this way, but I wanted to see if I could bait the second Catalyzer and then Mystic Shot it, get in for 3. But this way we'll just trade Consologist. That's totally fine with me. Go hard? Vile Feast. Alright. That's fine. Totally fine with that. So they go back to 20. Our win condition is just outvalue with Shellfolk, so we're just going to stock up a bunch of pranks and go from there. Play the Octopus first so we can Mystic Shot in combat. Go ahead and trade 1/1s. Alright, so I really don't want to play Ezreal out right now. We're going to keep Ezreal for later and just save mana. I'm okay with just passing. Aloof Travelers. We lose our Shellfolk, which is unfortunate. I guess we can play Ezreal now. There's not much they can do for 3 mana. Darkness is still only 2 damage. I'm gonna try and push the Ezreal level. Minimorph's interesting. We could just push the Ezreal level. We could flip Ezreal right now if we do the 1 to 2 things. But I kind of just like doing 2 to the augmenty one. We'll just play this for now, see what we hit. Aftershock's not great. But let's get us a value block here. They're going to go ahead and deal 2 to Ezreal. That's totally fine. Ezreal is likely not living here. Yeah. Ezreal's dead. But we do get to kill a thing for free. We know we have a lot of units coming up. I'm okay with just taking this trade. Actually, you know what? Let's just take it. And then we can set up for Bouncing Bomb. Sure. Oh, that's fantastic. That's honestly kind of good. I'm okay with this. I want them to tap under 6 mana, and then I can play Shellfolk and get a lot of value. I don't think we can just pass now, unfortunately. Sure. I'll take the trade. I think I telegraphed too much that I have a Shellfolk in hand that I'm trying to play. Or not. I think we just take Otterpuss here. I want to get as much value out of this as possible. Miscall is interesting. Stress defense is also cool. We'll take a stress defense. Take a miscall. Take hidden pathways. So we know most of their hand. We know like the entirety of their hand, which is totally fine. They can darkness one of these Otterpusses and make these 3/3s, which would be kind of scary, but it's not the end of the world. But I know like 90% of their hand. They got some draw. They've got a miscall that I can play around now. Getting a decent value turn out of the Shellfolk was key. This mini-morph is going to be specifically for Vhagar, unless it gets discarded by something. I do like having the stress defense because they don't have many ways of removing the Shellfolk. Senna's going to be a bit of an issue, but I can chump block her forever. I was really hoping to hit Darkness so that Darkness would get super expensive and they can't play them. But that's fine. It's still a pretty big tempo swing, so... They're going to pass. Sure. Grab Aloof Travelers. Play Aloof Travelers. Discard second Senna. Yeah, they just rage quit. Alright. That's a little anticlimactic. We might just, cut a little bit out of that match, but we do take the win. We take those. Alright, so we found a game. We got Darkness Control, Discard Aggro, and Deep. I think we're good into Discard Control. Or, not Discard, Discard Control. We're good into Discard Aggro, because it's a PNZ Nox pile, and all of these beat up on PNZ Nox piles. We can win against Darkness, so I'm pretty okay with that. I think we're gonna go ahead and ban Deep. They ban Draven Sion, so they have Anivia against Discard, and then Ezreal Shellfolk against whatever. So this is honestly pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and start with Anivia. We didn't get the matchup we wanted, but that's okay. We did not get the matchup we wanted, but that's fine. Anivia should be okay into buff this as well. As long as I can deal with Vhagar, we should be fine. They potentially run Aloof Traveler, so I kind of want to mulligan the Anivia and keep the Entreat. Probably keep Avaros and Sentry to base check the Catalyzer. Catalyzer's not super relevant in this matchup, though, since we don't have any units. But we do want to make sure it doesn't get to, like, 4, so we can just pop Anivia. Hello. Mr. Drunk Tsundere. There's a miss. I don't know. We'll see. They got pranks. I'm sad now. Ow. I'm big sad now. We're just gonna go ahead and play the Sentry. I suppose. They've got that. It's fine. They could have pranked me there if they wanted, but it's not that big of a deal. They develop. We can potentially get something. Aw, they hit the avalanche. I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm big sad. Alright, well. At least we still get to potentially trade with the Catalyzer. Oh, I should have waited. I should have waited. I could have avalanched. Dang it. This isn't the best avalanche anyway. I'm just gonna take this trade. Okay. Yep. Another prank. And second avalanche. The avalanches are bad. Got it. It's fine. Avalanches are not very good. It is okay. We pass. I don't have much to do. Yeah. It's a little awkward. It's not the end of the world, but it's a little awkward. Ugh, this avalanche is dookie. Avalanche is dookie, man. We could just go with the Blighted Ravine. Potentially. I'm also okay with just getting an avalanche out of my hand right now. Just get one of these out of the hand. Get rid of two things. Set Senna up to die to the ravine. So they can't rekindle her. the Vhagar anymore. I mean, I guess we just play this and hope they don't have mini morph, right?
Forever watchful. Vhagar, I brought the darkness.
Bring the doom!
Now here's an interesting scenario. I'm gonna make sure that we have a dead Anivia, and we're gonna go ahead and glimpse now. To make sure that Rekindler and Harrowing are online in case they do run it. Oh, if they have Darkness here... Is it Darkness plus Pokestick? Darkness plus Vile Feast. They're gonna get so punished here. Both of those whiff. I get to keep my Anivia in the bin, so we have a dead Anivia, so we can start using Rekindlers and stuff without needing to worry about mini morph anymore. Which is fantastic for me.
Forward. Keep your distance.
Yeah, I think we'd probably just wail. There's not going to be other great times to wail. If they have stress defense, they might use it here to kill the egg. But that's okay. I don't really need the egg to survive. I'm mostly trying to get the Vhagar off the table as fast as I possibly can. That's my main goal. I just want the Vhagar off of the table. I'm not going to give them many darkness targets. Minus Anivia's. I mostly just want to make sure that this Vhagar is off the table. Second stress defense. Okay. Sure, buddy. You did it. You did it. So, Darkness is just going to be enough to kill an Anivia, which is unfortunate. We're just going to play Radiant. We're going to heal. We're going to threaten to kill the Senna again. I'm going to refrain from playing units so that Vhagar doesn't level. I don't want to play Rekindler just yet, because Darkness will just straight up kill the Anivia, and they might have another answer, so I'm probably going to wait for that until next turn.
A shield in the air.
Okay. Vhagar's half leveled. You want to get in for 1 damage? You want to play something else? Ow. We take 3. Effectively take 5 from this, but we get to kill a Vhagar. We get to kill a Catalyzer that didn't get any value. They're down to 3 cards. And I can just slam this Rekindler.
A new era begins.
This is probably just going to have Darkness eat this, and then they'll probably throw another resource at the egg, which is fine. But I've got another Anivia in the back pocket with a tree and Rekindler. They're down to 9 already, unless they want to do something about this. That's totally fine. So now I have 2 Anivias in the bin. We'll go ahead and play this in Shriek now. Might as well. Play Darkhold. I'm assuming they're going to shoot the Rekindler. It's fine. I can just play a Tavern Keeper. They're down to 2 cards. They're down to 2 cards. 2 Sennas are gone. No, 1 Senna's gone, 1 Vhagar's gone.
The elements bind the living and the dead.
Okay, so that's gonna deal a lot to my face, which is not fun. But that's kind of okay too.
at the door.
I could have waited. They're probably just gonna cast the darkness now. I could have just waited, but just in case they went for the attack, I wanted to have another blocker up. So Vhagar's flipped, which is unfortunate for me. We'll just play Rekindler now. There's not much they can do.
Let's talk about
Set up the Ixtali to die to the Anivia open attack.
I bring the storm. What are you made of?
Hold up Vengeance for Vhagar number 2. Hopefully they don't run Miscall, which some of them do. Conchologist, not that big a deal.
Let us take a peek at life beneath the waves.
Just draw another Anivia while I can. I have a bunch of freezes in my hand that don't really do much of anything, but that's fine. Another Rekindler, not bad. Let's go ahead and draw 2 cards. Prevent the healing.
Tomorrow we rise anew.
Ruination's nice. Second Vengeance is also nice. Pokey Stick, sure. Still gonna wait. Not gonna do anything. Okay, now I'm game to play whatever I want because there's no Vhagar coming.
Now, big head, big brain.
return to us.
Yeah, okay. This game's over. They didn't find another Vhagar, and now I'm just gonna be able to go into Anivia's over top of Anivia's on top of more Anivia's, and that's just gonna be it. So that seems fine. It's gonna be Draven Jinx versus Ez Vi Shellfolk. Hopefully it's still recording, because that would be really sad if it's not, because it looks like a lot of things on the Streamlabs side has crashed. So we're gonna keep the Mystic Shot, we're gonna keep the Pokey Stick. We might actually keep Thermo here as well. Just keep all the removal. Actually, I don't think we keep Thermo. I think we want to try and find like auto posts and jump blockers. I want to keep Mystic Shot. I want to keep things that ping off other things. Mini Morph is going to be good to get rid of the Jinx. Or like a really big crowd favorite. If I need to. Okay, so it looks like it's still going. That's very nice. Good to know. Okay, sure. That's fine. They're able to go really wide, which is unfortunate for me, but I think we can go ahead and just pick off an elusive here. We could have waited till the attack. We probably should have waited till the attack. Because now we're taking an additional damage because I didn't wait. That's unfortunate for me. So we take 4, which is terrible. We do want to keep the board small. I like Bouncing Bomb here.
What wondrous discoveries await below. To the world below.
Gotta rock with your name on it.
Sure. Take a trade with the 2-1. It's fine. I want to keep their board small in case they have a crowd favorite. Because they could just slam a crowd favorite here and I'd be in a big hunka doo-doo. Okay, so we got that. Crowd favorite? No crowd favorite. Okay. Jinx. Okay. So Jinx is bad, but there's no crowd favorite, so I'm kind of okay with this. I think we're gonna go ahead and play... I can prevent 2 damage right now, but then I take like 8, which is not what I want to do. So we'll go ahead and play Station, see if we find a... That's not Station.
Hell, that's not ours.
Oh, we discard Experimenter. That's actually quite nice. Yeah. Yeah, we take a bundle. We go to 6. With no healing, against discard, with Get Excited. That's pretty bad. But it should be okay. The end of things. I could just play Vi here. I don't think we're going to. I think we're going to go ahead and lead off with taking care of both of those. This is not the best hand for this. We didn't get very many units. And we are dead, aren't we? We're just dead. We're pretty much just dead. Looks like we're probably just dead here, unfortunately. Okay, yeah, this is really bad. Not gonna lie, this is honestly probably the worst possible outcome.
We made it. Yeah.
Oh, I just gave him a rocket.
Just did it.
Just kill me. It's fine. It's over. I can't really come back from this, unfortunately. We'll just go ahead and let them have it. I did misplay there. I shouldn't have played a loop because it gives him a rocket for free, but I don't think we're winning that game. I needed to play Station to maybe survive and mini-morph the Jinx. And I'd still be at 3 against Discard. Get excited and burn. Maybe I could have survived, but it's okay. That matchup seems really awful for the Shellfolk list as well. Because we can just prank the Darkness forever and they just can't cast it. It's totally... I really want Shellfolk. I really want Shellfolk, or I really want, like, Mystic Shot. That is not Mystic Shot. Trade. Okay, trade. It's fine. It's still not Mystic. We'll just play an Octopus. It's not really what I want to see. I'm actually going to go ahead and thermo this. I really just want that off the table. Get in for 1. Not that it's really going to matter because they have Vile Feast and whatnot, but I want to make sure that their Darknesses are bad. +2 cost on the Pokey Stick, that's fine. That would have been really nice last turn. I could have kept Thermo. We'll take this pass. There's nothing I really want to do. Poke you for 1. You're just gonna Vile Feast me, that's totally fine. Just gonna Pokey Stick this. Cycle. That's fine. I don't really care about a 2-2. I have a Mystic Shot for it. I'm mostly trying to set up a way to get rid of Vagar on site. We're just gonna go ahead and shoot this, I think. Okay. So... if I play Shellfolk, it's probably gonna get mini-morphed. But I can't really play around mini-morph, can I? If I take this pass, what do they do? They see the Curious Shellfolk. If they've got the answer, they got the answer. I can't really fake out that I don't have Shellfolk or anything. Because if they could see that I clearly have something in my hand. Because they saw it with the prank. So that's just going to get mini-morphed. It's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world either. Just get in, they chump block, it's fine. Since they saw it with the prank, I can't really fake out, hey, I don't have this or anything. Sure, that's fine. Yeah, it's okay. We're just gonna keep up mana. That's 1 mini-morph down. It's really unfortunate that they saw that in the prank, but not much I can do about it, unfortunately. Just gotta go ahead and do this. Conch is actually quite nice. Let's play Conch. Get Ballistic Bot.
Life beneath the waves. My research!
Stress testing, Thermo Beam, Otterpuss. I already have a Thermo Beam. I'm just gonna take an Otterpuss. Just blocks. Gets me another frame. Sure. ballistic bot.
Once I stamp papers, now faces.
And I'm just gonna start, you know, poking away at them.
System upgrade.
We should probably just see what's in their hand. Whale, stress defense. Don't really care about whale too much. We'll make the stress defense cost a lot more. Go ahead and play the ignition. Set Vi ready to level. Sump fumes with... Sure. That doesn't do anything. I don't know if they know that doesn't do anything. I'm pretty sure they don't know that doesn't do anything. We have 2 Ezreals.
The world's a big place. Let's see all of it.
Just gonna play an Ezreal.
Huh. Guess I'm the big guns now.
One shot, all skill. Nailed it.
Safety disengaged.
You want to spend a lot of mana to try and save a 4-1? Or am I just gonna be able to shoot that for free? Push the Ezreal level. Sure. I could thermo this for 1 so I could sump fumes it, but there's really no need when I could just set up a thermo beam. I'm also okay with just losing this Ezreal. I have way more cards than they do.
March forward. Darkness and light.
Sure. Yeah, just take it. Make him get rid of the Ezreal.
System upgrade.
Make the opponent get rid of the Ezreal. I really need to stop saying him. Be more inclusive. They're setting up a whale. Okay. In that case, I get to punish this. If they're trying to set up whale, I get to punish this pretty hard. Or they have to whale now, which gives me opportunity to play second Ezreal. That's flipped. Or that. That works too. So they're not gonna whale. That's fine.
Concentrated
Okay.
forgiveness.
So, now we deal 2 to their face with that. And, yeah, let's take a look at their hand. Withering Mist. Make that expensive.
Keep your distance. Second time's
Alright. So Ezreal dies to this whale. Unless I can prank the whale. Which honestly, I'm kind of okay with just doing this. I don't even have to do this. We can just force the attack. Make him use whale. Sure. Ballistic Bot got a lot of value there, honestly. Shellfolk.
Come, it's showtime.
What wondrous discoveries await below?
Same calling card from our other case.
None of these are that good. Just take the big unit.
Easy does it.
Pokey stick? Final feast. Alright. Shellfolk already got me a lot of value, so I'm kind of okay with this.
Oh dear.
The elements bind the living and the dead.
It wants us.
Alright. So they're down to one bad Wither and Mystic Hand. They're Vagar's level, but I got many more. So this should just be game. Yeah, this should kind of just be game.
Vi stands for vicious.
Do something.
I thought you'd never ask.
The box. Sure. Game's over. I just have way too many cards. So that went really well. That went very, very well. Yes, Ezreal, we had it all along. That's a very favorable matchup for us. So, yeah. Round 3. Managed to get there. We are at the final battle. We shall see how this goes. Lee Sin, Ping City, and Thralls. So ironically, since we have Scorched Earth and Aftershock in these two lists, Thralls is not a terrible matchup. It's kind of hard for the Anivia deck. So I'm expecting them to ban, like, maybe Draven Sion or Shellfolk. Do we have a good matchup into Zoe Lee? We have Mini-Morphs and Aloof Travelers. So we could probably leave Lee up. We could probably leave this up. I think we need to actually ban Thralls, now that I think about it. Because we only have one-ups to deal with the Thralls. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and start with the Draven Sion list. I think this might be the first time I actually played it. So, no, it's not the first time. Alright, so we're going up against Ping City. This should be a pretty unfavorable matchup for us, I think. Depending on how fast of a start they get to. We need to really mitigate damage, is kind of the big thing. Do we keep Poro Cannon in this matchup? I don't think we do. I think we keep Draven, I think we keep Mystic Shot. Especially since we're attacking first. We got the Scion in the opening hand, which is nice. Oh, that's a nice start.
Anything else?
Nice. I'm expecting like a Poison Dart. Parlay. Okay. So we took one. But we got the Risen Rider on the follow-up with the Draven.
Oh, I've never met anyone like you.
That's rough. That's really rough. I don't want to take this much damage. I don't want to trade this either, so I guess we're just going to Mystic Shot here. Try to stave off as much damage as possible. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Just play Draven. They're going so wide, which is really bad for me. So a second Draven draw would be quite nice. They just happen to go really wide, and we used our Mystic Shot already, which is really bad. Could see like a gold card to try and push for a lot of damage, potentially. I don't see that potentially happening. Wow, really? Okay. Sure.
Dead in their tracks.
We're gonna play a Loop Travelers to try to snipe Gangplank.
Look, a thing.
Elf, that's not ours.
Hit Lecturing Yordle, we'll take that.
I'm ready.
We could challenge this next turn.
Just kill me.
We go to 11, which is unfortunate. But they're low on cards. We know there's no Gangplank in hand. I want to develop a whiteboard. Draven's nice. Line him up, knock him down. Draven? Line him up, make it rain? Knock him down face. Okay, we go to 9. Could see make it rain here. Chemist. Alright.
Let's do this.
So we just gotta fade double up. We gotta fade some double ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 cards in hand, so we're fine. We gotta fade double up. We gotta fade like a lot of burn. Hidden pathways, okay. We are close. We are close to just stabilizing with the Scion Slam next turn, potentially.
What wondrous discoveries await below?
I'm kind of down to just play a Risen Rider.
Oh, I've never met
Yikes. Alright, so they're 5 wide. We're still fine to just go with, like, double Axe Draven. Block, 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 block. Potentially. Twisted Fate, maybe. So we're gonna go and pass here.
Lady Luck is smiling.
I'm gonna keep the 1-2. Interesting.
Go away.
What are you waiting for?
I don't even really have to use survival skills here. Actually, I probably should have used survival skills there. I just want to level Draven. If I used survival skills there, I could have kept Draven alive. But this is fine too. I set up Scion to be leveled on Summon next turn, which I don't think they have a good way of dealing with that. We are at 9. I want to save the survival skills for potentially like double up. So yeah, there's no way we're gonna be able to use survival skills on this turn.
Let's take a peek.
So if they have double up, we're guaranteed taking some damage.
Persistence is key.
Okay. So now we're safe from double up. Hopefully they just can't go super wide. And it looks like they're gonna try to go super wide. So we're down to 8. Hopefully no gangplank. Gangplank would be really bad. Gangplank would be very bad. Why did you pass?
Who is left to kill?
This looks like double up shenanigans. GG? That was a weird pass. Why did they pass? So, I'm pretty sure this matchup is relatively favored for me. We keep Despair, think we keep Entreat. Actually, I don't think we keep Entreat. We probably want a little bit more interaction. Like Freezes, Avalanche is not bad, Sentry is not bad early. Not that I want to keep Sentry, but I do want an answer to Zoe, just in case. We didn't find the Vile Feast or anything, but... Okay, that should be like Zoe killed.exe, probably. We're just gonna play the Sentry. We could have passed. They're probably gonna play something. No? Okay. Just open attack.
Safeguard our home.
They're not gonna trade the Zoe. We'll probably just get 2 damage in here. Unless they want to go like Star Chart plus... They could twin or something, and if they twin here, I get a free Avalanche. More or less. Okay, heal 2. It's totally fine.
Not my fists.
4 mana. Just pass. Want to save Despair for Lee more than Zoe. I can deal with Zoe. I have a lot of AoE that just incidentally kills Zoe. They attack with that. I set up a Belated Ravine. Or an Avalanche. If they tap below Deny, I probably will play the Avalanche. They probably need to activate Eye of the Dragon to try and pressure me. Sure. Don't care. This is fine. You're not pushing Zoe level up, you're not getting Eye of the Dragon value. I'm totally okay with this. Okay. Now I get to Avalanche. Unless they hit Moonsilver into Deny, and if they do, I'm kind of okay with this. Just gonna Avalanche to Zoe now. It needs to be Moonsilver into Deny. That's the only possible answer they could have. And it looks like that's Moonsilver into Deny. Could also be Moonsilver. Yeah, it's Moonsilver into Deny. Okay, that's totally fine. I'm totally fine with Moonsilver Deny here. Totally fine with that. I'm just gonna play the Ravine. Threaten the Zoe. Threaten the Zoe, put this to 1 HP. Okay. So Zoe's at 5. Zoe's gonna be a little scary. I might actually have to do something about this Zoe. I might have to do something about the Zoe. If it gets too far, I might just have to Despair Zoe. I really wish we had a Vile Feast or something. but we just don't, unfortunately. If we play Anivia, it probably just gets willed. Cast Entreat, pass, see what they do. Having all three Anivias in hand is a little clunky. They could play Lee. I could see Lee here if they have Lee. Messenger. It's fine. I think we're just gonna have to slam Anivia.
Here in your time of
He got Lee. Actually, he can't play Lee anymore. Okay, so Zoe's at 7, which is spooky. I'm probably gonna need to despair Zoe to prevent the flip. But she probably flipped at this point. It's really unfortunate that they had exactly Moonsilver Deny on turn 3. What's her turn 3? On 4. Okay. It's okay.
This is our time.
So Zoe's probably just flipped at this point, unfortunately. Unless they can't flip them right now. They have Deny up. Just really unfortunate. But I think I just need to go for it now. I need to stop this. Okay, Zoe's flipped. So we potentially lose.
In times of crisis, an aspect descends to herald the reshaping of worlds.
And I take 7, that's cute. And then Zoe flips, they get to behold the infinite. And I think we might just lose. Maybe I misplayed this matchup. But I still get Anivia into King City to potentially close the game out. So I think that's gonna be enough, possibly. This is rough. You don't have to early GG me, bro. Alright. Okay. They had a great hand. Unfortunate, unfortunate. They got the Zoe flip. I guess I should have just despaired Zoe. I don't know. I still have this matchup. This matchup should be relatively favored. 3 in this matchup. It's going to be Anivia versus Pink City. I'm pretty sure I'm favored into this matchup. Excuse me while I type a message. Okay, so Harrowing, probably not what we want. Blighted Ravine is fine. Vile Feast is fine. Flash Freeze, I don't think we want. We just want early game interaction and healing. That's the main thing. Alright, so they don't have a turn 1 plunder. We're just gonna pass, see what they do on turn 2.
Hello, new best friend.
I don't want to give them the turn 1 plunder, so... if I can help it. I'd like to try to avoid that. Looks like a parlay. Alright. So they got turn 2, now they get turn 3. Which is unfortunate, but not much I can really do about that. But I mean, if they just open attack with a 2-1 and I go to 17, I could just play the Tavern Keeper. Which doesn't feel too bad.
Not flammable? Is that a challenge?
These old eyes still see far and clear.
So now if they want to get in for all of this damage, they have to cash in... okay. Just draw 2 cards. 3 cards, technically. I'll just draw some cards. They're down to 3 cards. They're going to go up to 4. I have a lot of stuff in my hand, which is nice, but I'm going to take 4 here. Go to 15. They get another tick on the Gangplank, so the Gangplank's at 2. This is still winnable, though. Like, I've got a lot of healing in my hand, so I'm really not worried about much of any of this. Pass. If they don't take their Plunder trigger and it's already turn 5 and they're still only at 2, I'm kind of okay with that.
Astounding curiosities lie ahead.
We could Vile Feast here. We could see another Pokestick on the Spider, but I go to 16, I clear one of the units. They don't have, like, Lecturing Yordle to punish me or anything. If they don't have anything, I can trade into this 2-1 or Chump Block here. Line them up. Alright. Is this line them up, knock them down? On a... Okay, that's fine. They get their token. We'll just play this now. And now they can't attack me. I go to 17. I get to play Anivia. Nab. Okay. It's not what I was expecting. Gonna be honest with you. Was not expecting that of all things. They can't take Harrowing. They could take Ruination, which I'm honestly okay with that if they do. Just gonna play an Anivia. Really not scared of much of anything right now. I've got Gluttony if they try to do something to it. I don't think they run Mini Morph. So...
I bring the storm.
Persistence is key.
Sure. Just clear your board. Anivia goes to 2. Probably want to throw some stuff at it. Could be like a double up and then I just respond with a Gluttony. Avalanche. Okay. We'll go ahead and just respond with Gluttony. Get a 4-4 and another Anivia in play. I lose the egg, but I still get a very nice board.
Nice to meet you.
Fine. Double up would be kind of a pain in my butt, but it's not that big of a deal. Still only 4 damage. I still have 2 healing effectively. Don't really have to do anything here. I will take these blocks. Nobody's business.
Come from the dark.
I protect this place.
I don't want the egg dying, but I don't want to take unnecessary damage and push the GP level up. GP's already leveling up here. This is fine. Just clear the board. Clear the board, play another Rekindler. This isn't really scary at all. Plays around double up pretty nicely as well, minus the egg. If they double up the egg, like, there's not much I can do about it. Okay, hidden pathways, they're looking for more fuel. I'll just take 7 damage on the open attack. I'm okay with that. They've got Ice Veil Archer to freeze a Gangplank.
Now where did I leave that beaker?
Yep. I'll just take the open attack. So they're gonna go to 17, 16. I can't count. Ruination. Sure, buddy. You did it. You stole a Ruination. I'm so proud of you. I really don't care. Like, sure, you have a Ruination. I have another one. They had one other card. Not sure which.
I'm always up for a round or two.
Red card, sure.
Who says I don't share?
Eternal winter.
So I have 3 Anivias. I'm really not scared of a Gangplank right now either. Like, Gangplank doesn't even clear this board.
I am reborn of salt and brine.
Yeah. I'm really not scared. Like, I'm about to clear the Gangplank next turn on just the open attack if I really wanted to. I could also just freeze the Gangplank here.
A true Valyorian welcome.
So we can't even push damage.
All or nothing.
This is our time. A new era begins. Snow, wind, and ice.
So, what's your plan here, buddy? What's your plan? Pretty sure this is just gonna be it. I don't see how they come back from this, especially since I still have another Blighted Ravine to heal. I've got all the tools that I need to win this game now. I just needed to get the Anivia on board and just stick this, so I'm pretty sure this is just game. Pretty sure. I'm not even gonna drag the barrel because it pushes lethal damage. I want to push as much damage as possible, and the barrel's gonna pop incidentally. They could have, like... Yeah, not even, like, 2 double ups does it, because they can't shoot one of the Anivias. They can block an Anivia. Actually, I can't even get my Anivias damaged at this point.
I'm gonna cut you.
Okay. This is totally fine. Looks like double up here. Sure, deal 6 to my face. You go to 7 as I sweep your board.
Quick death is too good.
So, can they get 7 points of burn from their hand right now? Okay, now they need 9 points of burn, and I killed their crack shot. They play Gangplank, I freeze him. I probably just freeze Despair. Sure.
They're out there.
I can even just Ruination.
Be nothing left when I'm done.
Sure. What's my lose condition? How do I take 9 damage? I don't think there's a way I can take 9 damage right now. Let's just go ahead and pop this now. No, if I pop this now, I die to Gangplank. Don't I? Yeah, if I pop this... No, wait. Do I still have 2 mana left? I do still have 2 mana left. I don't die to Gangplank. So if that's exactly Gangplank, I have Iceveil Archer. They get to sweep my Anivias, but then I still get another Anivia. Yeah. You don't get to push any damage. You get to push 2 damage. And I get to Ruination next turn. Sure.
Eternal winter.
You push 7 damage with 1 card, sir. Hidden pathways, okay. You would need double up into something. I get 3 Anivias. And you still gotta survive this hit. GG. Alright, so we took it home. Fantastic. Took home the Prime Glory number 4 that I need for Seasonals this season. Alright, so we'll go ahead and fast forward a little bit. And we'll talk about what I liked about the lineup and what I didn't like about the lineup. Proof. Prime Glory. Ta-da! Ta-da! Alright. See you in the wrap-up. So overall, I think the selection of decks we have here ended up playing out fairly well in the lineup. It had a couple of small weaknesses, and I might have misplayed a couple of times throughout the series of matches. But it's very grindy, it's very value-oriented, and it can really punish people in the late game. The main things I think we're going to need to watch out for are Zoe Nami. We haven't actually seen that today, which is kind of interesting. Darkness has been going up in popularity as well. Granted, I have very good matchups into that, I think, because we just have so many units. And a lot of value coming from here. They can't outscale the Anivia late game, so I feel like it's just really good into Darkness. It's really good into P&Z piles. It feels great into these burn decks. Like Poppy, Ziggs would probably be a good matchup for it as well. However, some of those things could get kind of big for the Anivia deck to take care of, so maybe not. But overall, I think it does pretty well. This might actually be the lineup I take to Seasonals this season, because I'm really, really digging it. It feels nice. I really like Anivia. I'm very much sold on Anivia. It can have some mediocre performances into some things, but I think it's actually really good right now. Really gotta watch out for like Aloof Travelers with these two decks. Aloof Travelers would be kind of an issue because we constantly get our Shellfolks and our Harrowings taken, but honestly, it seemed to do pretty well. Might need a little bit of extra tuning just to, you know, solidify that. And yeah, a lot of our tech choices also didn't really come up very much. We had the one of Scorched Earth for the Bandle Tree version of Darkness, which, let's be real, Darkness shouldn't be running Bandle Tree to begin with. But overall, I think the Mystic Shots came in pretty well with the Draven Sion list. The Aloof Travelers were very nice for Value City Furniture. There really wasn't many tech choices for the Zombie deck, the Zombie Anivia. Maybe I could go up something like Crumble so it has slightly better matchup into maybe like Tree, but honestly, I feel like at that point we're probably just banning Tree because a lot of the game for like both of these decks are bad into Tree, so I will probably end up banning Tree. If I run into like a 3x Tree lineup, like good on you, you did it. But anyway, that's kind of my thoughts on this one. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Leave a like and subscribe. And I'm going to try and be doing something like this once a week. I'll probably be throwing random lineups at people. I might even do another one right now just to do another lineup, but I do got to do it with the other videos as well. This might come out in 2 parts. I'm not too sure yet, but we shall see. It is a very long video. It's probably going to end up being like 2 to 3 hours, so bear with me. Until next time, guys, keep a learning mindset, and you will never lose. Yes, I ripped that from Mastering Runeterra. I love those people. It's great. You'll see me in their Discord. What about?